always going to be your biggest expense, especially when you're shopping at supermarkets. That's why today I'm on my way to a local butcher's to see exactly what I can get. Hello! Today I'm going to make a stew.
Yep.
So I need a fairly cheap cut of meat.
Okay.
Cooked well. What do you think?
Yeah, that's an ideal. I can suggest a nice one. We do the tuna beef, which is ideal for casserole.
How much would I need?
How many are you feeding?
4 big greedy people?
About 4, yeah. You want about a pound and a half, about 750 grams.
Okay.
Which should be about that much there.
Okay.
And the price of that would be come to £4 of money, so you should feed 4 off that part.
That's made as a pound each. Okay.
Beef stew is a fantastic winter warmer, and we're going to show you that by avoiding the supermarkets, you can make a meal for 4 for less than £1 a head.
So today we're going to put the stew in student cooking. I've just got back from the butcher's with my leg of beef, which Aaron is going to kindly chop for me, and I'm going to get started on the vegetables. Now Aaron, why are we doing a stew?
I think just generally it's such an easy meal to make. I mean, you can use like any meat for it, and you know, really, and you just bang it all together, bang it in the oven for a few hours, and it always comes out tasting so good. And any meat you put in it for that amount of time is going to go so tender.
And I always find that I have leftover vegetables in the back of my fridge that are a little bit bendy, a little bit worse for wear, but once you put them in something like this, they kind of come back to life.
Coat the beef in flour and some seasoning. Heat some oil in a large pot and start frying the beef.
I think we're going, as soon as we've got some steam.
Whack all of that in. Just watch the temperature on this, because I don't want it to burn, because this is quite a thin based one.
Brown all the beef and set it to one side. You may need to do this in a few batches.
So now we've got all of our meat brown. We're just going to take that and set it to one side. Now we're going to put all the vegetables in, well, as many as you can fit at a time. I think we can go with all of it.
Yeah, get it in. Now we've happened to use parsnips, carrots and onions. I would say always use onions, but you could use any other veg. You could use celery. You could even do it a bit more Italian and use kind of aubergines and courgettes. But I happen to like carrots and parsnips. All you want to do at this point is to let the vegetables kind of soften. Once the onions have softened, that's the main thing. And then like when they go into the oven, they'll obviously cook. Leave those to saute for kind of 5 minutes, and then we'll add the beef. Okay, so this is the exciting part. We're gonna mix everything together again. So I'm gonna put the meat back on top. And now I need the ale.
Do you want to try some?
Yeah.
Go on.
Almost seems like a waste. There we go. And the herbs?
Aye, the herbs.
The herbs.
Yeah, and I think also like you can add to this little touches. So if you want to put some HB sauce or some Worcester sauce or some Tabasco,
Marmite.
Yeah, or some mustard, something like that, just to give it a bit of a kick. That wouldn't ruin it at all. So I'm going to put a bit of salt and pepper, because I know that you like salt and pepper, and you would hate me if I didn't put any in.
I like it to be seasoned.
If you don't have enough beer, add water to the stew until it comes just above the meat.
There we are. It's amazing.
You don't want it to overflow.
No.
That would be absolutely perfect, and that's all just going to soak up all that juice.
At this point, turn the heat up, bring it to the boil. Once it's boiling, put it in the oven, preheated at 170?
Yep.
160?
170.
And then leave it for 2.5 to 3 hours. It's done when the meat falls apart. That's what you're looking for.
You just put a fork and just pull the fork, and it just comes apart like that. Okay, so this has been in the oven for 3 hours now. The big reveal. Oh, it smells great. And look at that. Just peel back the layers. Oh, and that flour, like we said earlier, has just made that sauce so much thicker than just a watery mess.
Serve the stew with mash, dumplings or bread. Easy peasy.
This Mexican salad is a perfect winter warmer and can be made entirely with long-life ingredients. It's cheap and filling and makes a perfect lunch for those cold nights when your housemates refuse to turn the heating on.
So this next recipe is for the days when you come home and your fridge is pretty bare. It's a real store-cupboard recipe. So I need you to chop these peppers into some slimmer slices.
Yeah.
And I am going to get going.
Fry the chorizo on a high heat until lightly brown.
The cost of this for one person is about £1.60. If you don't like chickpeas, you could use butter beans.
Cannelloni.
Yeah,
kidney.
pretty much any beans.
Beans are great.
Not baked beans.
Not baked, not with the sauce.
So you smell that coming up.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is, you want to wait for, you can see the juice is just beginning to come out. And the minute that goes crispy, you're ready to start throwing everything else in. Okay, so I'm going to put about half of these in.
Fry for about a minute, then add those juicy peppers.
Today I am looking at some pita bread just because this is kind of as a main meal at dinner time. You can fill up the pita pockets and it's real finger food. But if it was lunch, you just have it on its own with a bit more kind of green on the side. Maybe some of that rocket we had earlier.
Yeah.
Once it's all heated through, pop the contents into a nice big bowl. Today we've used onion and coriander, but you could use lettuce, spinach, any salad you may have.
Dollop of this. Now, this is creme fraiche, but everyone's got some natural yogurt. If you haven't, rub it off your housemate.
There you go. Go on. Let's try this. There you go. Bit of that. Let's try this. Oh. That's so good.
Literally.
Fried chorizo and everything.
This is the kind of thing I just want to get in bed on a cold night, like this, literally, watching a movie, straight in.
What we're going to do is make an alternative Christmas pudding, because no one actually likes Christmas pudding. It's a traditional thing, let's face it. Everyone who says they like it is lying. Thank you, Dan.
Spoon you?
Spoon me. You love saying that.
Spoon me.
Spoon me. And this is just double cream, which we've whipped up so that it's holdable above your head. I was really scared of that.
And if you've not got a whisk, there's no excuse. We did it with a fork.
I'll get you to chop that garlic up. Now,
Big knife?
massive knife, always. All of that in, and what we're going to do, we're going to use a wok for this.
Basically, you've got to be fairly speedy with this because it is going to harden up.
It's mucky, because...
No, you've got to get your hands involved.
Yeah? There you go, straight from Daisy. Get your hands involved. What we're going to do is add just a teaspoon, a nice pinch.
I like it hot.
A nice
so.
pinch, yeah.
Oh, there's one left.
Oh no.
Can you get ready to flour me up?
Yes. Go with the wine. So it's a whole glass of wine. Have the rest of the bottle yourself. What would you call this?
More than a mini roll. That's what I'm going to call it.
More than a mini roll. We're going to take these mini rolls and make a Uber dessert for Christmas Day. You could
That was good chopping.
Thank you.
Check out
I'm gonna,
the skills on
I'm going to fry it before I start crying because I can actually feel it going in my eyes.
So I'm going to start assembling. I feel like it's Jenga. It's cooking Jenga. Come on guys, I think you should all have a bit. It's so good.